يبيتون لربهم سجدا وقياما. So to refresh your memory from the beginning till ayah number, God talked about the rejection of the people of disbeliever. Then Allah SWT showed them the proof by asking them to reflect about this universe and then about the Christian and all this, right? So they're also like that. So God did not give one time. You rejected, it's a disproof. Rejected, disproof, right? Don't even God, before he talked about a group of people, a special group, he also showed them about his favor toward the human being. He said, تبارك الذي جعل في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها سراجا وقمرا منيرا.
Blessed be he who has placed in the heaven big stars and has placed therein a great lamp, the sun, and a moon giving light. God highlighting his greatness and the great signs he has placed in the universe. Most probably the term constellations, as mentioned here, refers to the position of the planets and their great orbits. Their mention contrasts with the mockery sensed in the unbeliever's question. What is the most merciful? These constellations in their real and perceived greatness are only one aspect of his creation.
Study Tabarak means blessed. So when you see this universe, we have sun is blessing. Without sun, it will be frozen. Not only that, Allah put sun in the orbits that exactly according to our need. Right? You know how far from here to the sun? It's 1,063 kilometers. It's still, sometimes you feel the hot. Imagine the sun have choice like us. Oh man, I'm lazy to be here. I want to see how I look like Redmond. You go down, you are burned. All going too far away, frozen. Right? He said, you didn't see that every day. All these Christians, they're. So therefore, I mentioned all of that. Two Muslims, right? Muslim by choice, Muslim without choice. Who are Muslim without choice? The sun, the moon, the galaxy, planet. Right? What it means Muslim? That means God created us and put them in their orbit and they submit to him. So they believe, they live in peace. We human beings, if you want to be like them, just be like them. Just admit to him. Right? And he said, Sirajan, when talk about the sun, he said Siraj. Siraj in Arabic means the great lamp. Siraj when the sources of the light. And then we saw Qamar in Arabic called Qamar Munir. Because if you go to the moon, come close to the moon, how look like the moon? It's dark. Right? Long time ago, the woman, they're happy. They said, oh, you like the moon. That means I'm ugly. Before the moon is the symbol of beautiful. Right? But how did Muhammad know? 40 years ago, tell the people of Makkah who are primitive, uncivilized, they said, that moon didn't have light. The light is this reflection of the sun. Yeah. Right? Subhanallah. Yeah. And also, the next ayah, وهو الذي جعل الليل والنهار خلفة لمن أراد أن يذكر أو أراد شكورا.
And he it is who has put the night and the day in succession for such who desires to remember or desires to show his gratitude. The surah also refers to the succession of day and night, which are two of God's great signs that people always overlook, although reflection on them is enough for anyone who would take heed or would show gratitude.
So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us another blessing, day and night. If there is no night, only day, whatever, you're bored. Yeah. Almost nights, right? Subhanallah. Even here in America, you have season, right? You see the beauty of summer, but then they're boring, right? And then winter came, you feel something off. Right? So changing. And also without the day and night, you don't know what about the years, the month, the day, right? Subhanallah. Right? So when you see this, at least what? Thank God. And how to thank God is by being obedient to you. Right? He said, if you remember me, that means you thank me. But you neglected, you forget me, right? But we have to thank Allah on the right time. In Arabic, the word shukr, thankful, what's the opposite? And get to in Arabic, kufr, like disbelief. Shaitan, Iblis, he challenged God. Said, I will seduce human being, I mislead them. And he said, I promise you that majority of mankind, right, will become what? Ungrateful. Not disbelief, ungrateful. It is true. Right? People like to what? Complain. The summer complain, the winter complain, traffic complain, everything complain. Right? So therefore, timing is very important. Because Pharaoh, they repent, said, I'm Muslim now, but what? It was too late. Right? Now, after God or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described, the rejection, before this ayah, Allah talk about people who rejected. That means bad people. So now we'll come to the end of Surah Furqan. Allah will talk about special group of people, right? And how to be one of them, how to be member, right? This is the ayah, beautiful. He said, وَعِبَادُ الرَّحْمَنِ الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا.
And the servants of the Most Merciful are those who walk upon the earth easily. And when the ignorant address them harshly, they say words of peace. The true servants' find feature is that they walk gently with no affectation, pretension, or display of arrogance. Like every movement man makes, walking delivers an expression of one's personality and feelings. A serious, reassured, and sound personality demonstrates itself through its gait.
Arabic language is very interesting. The word servant or slave called Ibad. But the plural of servant can be Abid and Ibad. Right? So what different? Abid, everybody, Muslim, non-Muslim, they are Abid, a slave. Right? It means what? It means you like it or not, you are God's slave. Right? That means you don't have choice. Right? What's the best age for a man? The best age? 30, 35, right? Okay, I am 35 now, for example. Can I stop my age? No. I don't want to be like that man, 90. I cannot see very good. Can you? No, because you are Abid. Right? Question now. Imam, priest, right, and rabbi. You bring them to the second floor and you push them, all of them. They will go down or up, one of them. Oh, I'm Imam, I go to up. No. Why? Because you are Abid. Right? Like some Muslims understood. In the area they build the mosque and the church. right? And they have a lot of lightning. They have to put antenna. So the Muslim Sheikh say, okay, this is God house. We didn't put antenna. And the church they put antenna. And then lightning came in the mosque. Where God? No. Because you are Abid. You are slave. You have to follow. Right? That's Abid. But Ibad, you have choice. Right? Said God, I am Abid. But no, I choose to be your slave. Because the others, disbeliever, they are Abid, but arrogant. They don't want to serve me. I said, okay. But God give him free, right? In some area. Right? So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't say Abid, so Ibad. Subhanallah. Ibadur Rahman, the servant of the most merciful. He didn't say, the word slave is ugly word. Slavery, right? Ugly word. Look at history in America. That's when you become slave of human being, of the others. Why is it? Who get benefit more when you become slave? The master or the slave? The master, right? Because slave, no job description, no choice, right? But when you become slave of God, who get benefit most? And more you become his slave, you become free. Because you're not worried with others. I am his slave, right? And you could say, wa ibadul khaliq. He said the servant of the creator, the servant of the powerful. But he chose the word Rahman, the merciful. Allah. This is honor. It means this slave, what? Deserve to get the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Why not Rahim?
Right?
Why not Rahim?
Because Rahim is not here in the next life. In a very good question, the word Rahman in Arabic have two meanings. Rahman means he is merciful extremely. You cannot imagine how God merciful. Musa alayhi salam one day asked God, can you talk? Can you stop people talking about me? And God said, Musa, he said, even they talk about me too. So who are you? Right? Another subject, very interesting subject. A priest asked the Sheikh, the Imam, said, did Muhammad died? Yeah. Where he is? He said, with God. He's with God like Jesus? Yeah, all the prophets is God. Right? Okay, if he's with God, why he didn't do nothing when people killed his grandson? No, he asked God to. What did God say? Hey, how I can save your grandson? I cannot even save my son. You get? Jesus. I couldn't save my son. How can I save grandson, right? You get it or not? That means how Jesus would die on the cross if he is his son. If he is his son, of course not his son. Yeah. Then the priest was thinking, just makes sense. Yeah. So Ibadur Rahman. Now, to be member of the servant of the merciful Ibadur Rahman, there's 10 qualities. And God going to mention here. The first quality, الَّذِينَ يَمْشُونَ عَلَى الْأَرْضِ هَوْنًا. And those who walk upon the earth humbly. Hawna means humble. Subhanallah. Be careful. Huh? God even evaluate the way you walk. I'm not arrogant, man. Look at but the way you walk like. Usually I'm not arrogant, but the way you talk. And the word yamshuna mean walk here mean your activities, how your activities, how you treat your wife, how you treat your husband, you treat your uncle, your parent, right? All this included in it. Because maybe because you are husband and you provide everything and you become shut up, right? That's it, okay. Right? You don't want to serve, right? Or also be careful, everything is by motive, right? When you do this because what? Because your ambition, because the motive of your desire, right? Yeah. So anyway, Yamshun, that means the Muslim always take easy, be careful, right? Before he buy this, before you do anything, he will ask question, do God please with this? Before marry woman, she make sure, I know she's pretty, but is she righteous or not? Before you have to sign the contract, is it halal or haram? Right? Before you send your son to study in any place, you have to look at the environment, how situation is. Right? One thing, the father, I want to send my son to study abroad. How your son is here? Yeah, it's difficult to wake up Fajr. So if your son with you, difficult to pray, I know you're going to, but it's good school, good university. Right? Subhanallah. Right? Yeah. It include also before you talk. Right? That's number one. Number one was the one who humble. Allah love people who humble. What is sign of humble? When you meet anyone, you don't feel that I'm better than that person. A humble person, when he meet an old man, what is it? He's better than me because what? He have a lot of good deed more than me, right? If he meet the young one, what is it? He's better than me because he's seen less. I have more, right? That's the humble person. Number one. Number two, he said, وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. When the ignorant or people, the one who always talk with rudeness, when somebody insult you, right? You didn't have time to respond. Call salam. Peace. Salam alaikum. Right? Jesus, somebody was say a bad word, was cursing. He just walking. He said, Master, say something. Said, what I have to say? I don't have to. Everybody give charity according to what you have. I don't have bad word. Right? Muhammad Sallallahu. Muhammad made the prize one. Jamil, the wife of Abu Lahab, he paid people to call him Mudamma. Mudamma means the opposite of praise one, the curse one. So he paid it when said Muhammad coming, Mudamma, Mudamma, Mudamma. His companions angry. He said, oh Prophet, we have to do something. So what happened? They call him Mudamma. He was smiling. He said, I think they call somebody else because my name is Muhammad. Subhanallah. A non-Muslim, he was walking, he was leading his dog. And he said to Fudel, he had one of the good men here. Hey, Fudel, which one is better or more clean and pure? Your beard or the tail of my dog? He compares his beard with the tail of the dog. What are you going to do? What? You can't. No. He said, depend. What do you mean depend? If this beard will go to heaven, Jannah, Allah is better than the tail of the dog. But if this beard go to hellfire, Allah, the tail of the dog better than this. The man said, this is the akhlaq of the prophets. Right? Salama. Right? This is test, very test something. You come home, your wife get angry, yell at you. What'd you say? Hey, I'm a man. Shut up. Go say what? Salama. Hey, honey. You know, one of my friend, when his wife get angry, said, honey, I like when you get angry. Why? Because you're so cute. Finish, right? So Ibadur Rahman never waste their time. Respond evil with evil. Be like the tree in our country. If you need the fruit, what do? You stone it. When you stone the tree, whatever, they give you the fruit. Subhanallah. And it's very interesting also. Allah SWT talk about a special group of people called Ibadur Rahman, right? We think in our mind, Ibadur Rahman is the one what? The one who pray at night, the one who fasting Monday and Thursday. So no. The first quality, what? The one who humble. The one who have good quality. The one who never hurt anybody. Yeah. It could be the same. Somebody send you next email. Next email. Okay. Tomorrow. That's Ibadur Rahman. So what the first quality? They are humble. Second one, they never respond evil with evil. He says, Salaam alaikum. Right? Yeah. So while you were following this, try to think, do I have these two qualities? Do I humble? What my reaction is somebody angry at me? Do I respond the same? If I didn't do this, that means I'm not qualified. Okay, what's the next sign? Right? والذين يبيتون لربهم سجدا وقياما.
And those who spend part of the night with the Lord prostrating and standing in prayer. Such is their conduct in daytime when they are with other people. At night, they reflect their God-fearing nature as they stand in awe of God and fear his punishment. The surah highlights here the two main movements Muslims perform in prayer, namely prostration and standing up. Thus, it reflects their action in the depth of the night when others are fast asleep.
Subhanallah. So in daytime, they interact with the people. Right? They are humble and they will never respond evil with people. Right? At night, because some people sometimes, you find two type of Muslim. Muslim, they are very good with God. They pray 5 days, they pray at night, right? But they are rude, arrogant, cheating people. And the other one, they are very good with the people, everybody loves them. They are generous, right? But didn't pray. Which one is good? Huh? Okay, Hamza. Which one, if I want to cut your nose or your ear? Which one you choose? Neither, right? Muslim cannot be, So the Quran said, Hablu min Allah wa hablu min nas. You have to have good connection with God and also the people.
Is one worse than the other?
Huh?
Is one
No, both was
worse than the same?
the
Exactly.
same,
Wow.
right? Because when you pray, Allahu Akbar, right? You put your hand like this to show what I will be with you, Allah. You show your humbleness. Okay? How you end your pray? Assalamu alaikum. What does it mean? Oh, God, I promise. After I make peace with you, I'm going to make peace on the people on my right hand. So after praying, you stealing, you insult people, you hit people, so God said, man, you broke a promise. Right? So when they come at night, subhanAllah, Yabitun. The word yabitun in Arabic mean he spent time, right? You know, in Arabic, the word bait is house. You know, when you were traveling, you're tired, what in your mind? I want to, when you go home and stay, relax. So that with God, they are like we are in house. Sujadan wa qiyamah. Right? So therefore, you know, the Roman, they send the like spy to Medina. They want how to know how look like a Muslim. Because they defeat us a lot in many territories. They used to be under Roman territory. No, the Muslim took them. So he sent a spy, and they come to the masjid, and he saw people praying. And the next day, so Umar bin Khattab, he got to send a soldier to the battle. He said, wow, those people who like all people at night, no, like a lion. Because if you're going to go to battle, you can dye your hair, everything, become like young again. So when he went back to Roman, the king asked him, huh, how did you find them? He said, very good in Arabic, said, Fursanun, he said, Fursanun fil nahar wa ruhbanun bil layl. They are lion in daytime and they are priests at night time. That means devoted also. Right? So, you know, when Muhammad Sallallahu he entered Medina, he made very good statement. Said, Ayyuhan nas, all people, afsus salam, spread peace. Assalamu alaikum. Right? Wa'atimut ta'am, feed the hunger, because we are refugee from Makkah. Right? Wasilul arham, you know, mean strengthen the connection between the family, between brother and sister. And he said, Wasallu bilayl, and pray at night. Tadkhulul jannah, you enter jannah with salam. So 3 is connection with people and 1 with God. These 3, to be strong, to be continuing with people, you need this one at night, because night is like you know, when your car, they have sign, that means the battery, let's say the engine is almost finished. What do you do? You charge that at night. So this is very important to spend at night, yeah, with God. You know, when you pray every day, right? Who call you? Human being. Right? Come around and tell me, Allahu Akbar, Hayya Salah, right? But you pray at night, who call you? God. Every night. Anyone need anything? Anyone want, you know, ask for forgiveness? So God calls. Now, when you pray, you ask God, right? Yeah, hope God accept, right? It's not guaranteed. But at night, God promise. You ask anything, I promise. Subhanallah. And we need that to have special connection to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In hadith said, if Allah wants something from someone, Allah use them. When somebody say, what do you mean use them? Allah give them tawfiq, give them guidance before they die to do a lot of good deed, and he died and that's it. So if you become older and older, you become closer to God, it's a good sign that Allah want God for you. Yeah? والذين يقولون ربنا اصرف عنا عذاب جهنم إن عذابها كان غراما.
And those who say, our Lord, avert from us the punishment of hell. Indeed, its punishment is ever enduring. They have not seen hell or its suffering, but they believe in it. They also visualize it according to the descriptions in the Quran and in the Prophet's statement. Thus, the genuine fear of it is the fruit of true faith. Humbly and most seriously, they pray to their Lord to avert the suffering in hell.
Subhanallah. So what's the first quality of Ibad Rahman? Humble. Second one, they never even believe. The third one, pray at night. Right? And pray at night is not mean, you pray all night. Just even you pray with you after Isha, that's awesome. But no, we are lucky, we are in winter. Right? Sometimes we tired or sleep. So at least, half hour before Fajr. Let's consider fast. Right? Zubaida, the wife of Harun al-Rashid, and when her servant saw her in the dream, where are you? Alhamdulillah, God forgive me. Because we did this thing. No. Because I never miss two rakat. No. Right? Because prayer at night is different than daytime. When you come to masjid, it's not sure are you very sincere or not, because a lot of people, right? But you are alone at night. It's just guarantee sincere. Because you're not yelling, hey, I am here, I'm praying. No, you don't wake up everybody, right? Subhanallah. Right? Now, another quality of Ibn Rahman, he always worry about the punishment of Jahannam. And those who say, oh Lord, keep me away from punishment. So in his mind also what? Jahannam. So that means before he do anything, he always makes sure what I'm going to do will not bring me to Jahannam. Backbiting, no. Spread rumor, no. Hurting people. So he also avoid. Subhanallah. Right? So therefore, why is it, many dua in the dua, waqina adhabannar, right? Because our goal is not only to enter Jannah, but what the first one? How to be saved from the hellfire. فَمَنْ زُهْزِهَ عَنِ النَّارِ, whoever saved from hellfire, that's number one. And then enter Jannah. Because remember that, not all Muslims will enter Jannah. Right? Some people will go to Jannah. So therefore why Umar bin Khattab, one day a guest came to masjid. Masjid on time is not like us, like light like this. Very low. And he saw in the corner, a man was crying. And he said, I wish my mother is barren. I wish she did not deliver me. I wish I'm like a stone. So he said, man, this man lost hope. So after Fajr, I'm going to tell him that, God merciful, don't worry. And when the light on, who was? Umar. Umar bin Khattab, who was guaranteed Jannah. Subhanallah. Worry. Right? When during Rasulullah time, Rasulullah, which one of his companion is hypocrite? Hypocrite in faith, right? His sons are Muslim, but his heart is not Muslim. Right? So when they died, Rasulullah said, don't bury in the Muslim cemetery. They are not Muslim. But before he died, he gave the list to Hudhaifa. So therefore, after that Sahaba, when somebody died, he looked at Hudhaifa. He pray or not? He didn't pray. Okay. That means what? It's happened. So now Umar became Khalifa, Amir al-Mu'minin. At midnight, he came to Hudhaifa's house. So I'm like, Amir al-Mu'minin, what do you want? He said, is my name there? Yeah. You're going to sleep at night, Umar. He worried. He said that if endangered man, everybody go to Jannah except one, and what is me? Right? Inna adhabaha, because he said the punishment of Jahannam is ghurama. Ghurama mean there's no what you call. You cannot imagine how feel. You know how for example severe, painful punishment you not reach yet. For example, punishment in hellfire, you put in the ground, like you put some place and you become ground beef. It's not. One day somebody in Greece was what, right? I think he touched the fire. It was so long. Is the fire in the hellfire like this? It's just 70 times more than this. 70 times. Right? So Ibadur Rahman, every night when they dua, Allah is Waqina adhabannar, Waqina adhabannar. Right? So therefore, why after Salat, don't forget 3 times. Allahumma ajirna minan nar, Allahumma ajirna minan nar, Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Rasulullah said, whoever make this dua every after pray, he will stay from hellfire. And he said, if somebody did not make dua, the hellfire said, oh, he not worthy. Right? So don't forget after Salat. Allahumma ajirna minan nar. Inna sa'at mustaqarran wa muqama.
Evil indeed it, hell, is an abode and as a place to dwell. It engulfs its victim, not allowing them any room for escape. This is what makes it dire indeed. Moreover, it is indeed an evil abode and a terrible station. Could there be a worse station than hell as a place of abode and settlement? How can anyone settle within the fire? How can there be an abode in the place of continuous burning?
Very interesting. Ibadur Rahman not only ask Allah to save them from hellfire, but Allah, I don't want to go to even temporarily. Good, all right, he said, Sa'at mustaqarran, hellfire is some for temporarily and somewhat forever. Right? You know, maybe some Muslim, like one time, Sheikh, somebody asked question. Sheikh, something I mess up, Sheikh. I do haram thing. Right? But Sheikh, I am Muslim, right? That means I'm not forever in the fire. You know what I mean? It means, okay, I just messed up 2-3 times. I go to hellfire, but in the end, I go to. You know what I mean? Like the Jews. Illa ayyamam madudat. Don't worry, man. Even we, Jews, if we go to hellfire, ayyaman, a few days. You know what I mean? And one day, what? 1,000. Right? So Ibadur Rahman, they make Allah please. I don't want even 1 second. Right? Now, in Surah Anbiya, there is ayah, Allah talk about just like what you call the less of punishment. In Arabic, there's 2 words called lahfa and lahfa. Lahfa, when you have breeze from something, for example, the fire, you open the door and the breeze comes to you. It's hot, right? And it's called nahfa. Nahfa breeze, but very cold, right? So imagine, man, when people, he not enter hellfire yet, still outside. Suddenly, the door open, and the breeze touch him. Oh, I am the loser one. Oh, this is very painful. It is not. Subhanallah. So therefore, Ibadur Rahman, they are with you. I'm not good at it. Allah no. I don't want to go to hellfire even for temporarily. Because some young men, something, it's okay, man, just stop, Saturday night. You go there and then I'm Muslim, man. But they have to leave. Subhanallah. Right? It's
450.
450. Okay, so we have to. Okay, what less than we can learn?
Allah describes in this passage what it takes to be an Abd Rahman, the qualities which distinguish this special group of people. 1. Easygoing, and the servants of the most merciful are those who walk upon the earth easily. 2. Forbearance, and when the ignorant address them harshly, they say words of peace. When someone makes fun of them, insults them, or hurts them, they don't strike back or seek revenge. They forgive and overlook.
Right? Now let's think, do we have this? Yeah, if you have, congratulations. Yeah, easygoing, forbearance. That's the second quality.
Devotion and tahajjud. And those who spend part of the night to the Lord prostrating and standing in prayer. The Prophet said, the best month for observing Sawm, fasting, next after Ramadan, in the month of Allah, the Muharram, and the best Salat, prayer, next after the prescribed Salat, is Salat at night, tahajjud prayers.
That's three. Right? Now again, do we have this? Yeah. So when you read Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about quality, let me measure. Do you have all these three? Alhamdulillah. Do you have one? Alhamdulillah. But you don't have all, man. Oh, man. I have to walk out. Right? Subhanallah.
4. Fear of Allah's punishment. And those who say, our Lord, avert from us the punishment of hell. Indeed, its punishment is ever adhering. Indeed, it is evil as a settlement and residence. For those people, hellfire is not a theoretical concept, but a reality.
Fear Allah. Not only fear that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't put us in the hellfire, but also what? Fear for environment. Right? So inshallah, we have to seek more about the qualities. Right? So that's what I think.
No matter how big your house is, how
Was there a count?
your car is, or how big your bank account is, our graves will always be the same size. Stay humble.
No 5-star grade. Right? All the same grade.
The more knowledge of Deen you have, the more humble you should be. Instead, you're becoming judgmental. Dream big, work hard, stay humble.
Stay humble. Right?
Rather than itching to expose the private sins and weakness of others, a true believer helps them through prayer and guidance.
Right.
Be sincere when giving advice and be humble when receiving advice.
Yeah. So just wait for Adhan, install Adhan, make it awesome. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. No, 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 no. No, 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 الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله اللهم رب والصلاة القائمة آت السنة رب أتبنا فاضيات إنك لا تخلف الميعاد مرحمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله وسلم الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين إن شاء الله. Okay, see you next week, shall